Welcome back to the Wiki Wacky Radio Show. I am Reid.
And I'm Frank.
How are you today, Frank?
I'm pretty good.
Do you know what we're doing today, Frank?
No. What are we
No.
doing? What are we doing?
We're playing 20 questions. Everybody knows that game.
Nice. Yeah, I haven't played that in a long time.
Yeah, I feel like the last time I really played it was on the bus in high school.
I can't remember. I think it was in the car. I had this little handheld gadget that would ask you the 20 questions.
Oh, man, I played with people. You played with a gadget?
A gadget.
Oh.
Yeah, it was crazy. I
That's
can't believe,
cool.
I mean, it would really get whatever you would guessed.
Wow.
And it all took place between your head and this little computer device, little computer device.
Yeah.
Blew my mind, and you answered yes or no questions, and it would come up with it.
Wow. Well, that's basically what we're doing here today. We're going to each have a thing that the other person's got to ask 20 questions to try to guess what it is.
Yeah. And I actually did know what we were doing today because I kind of came up with this idea because I've seen this guy on like YouTube or TikTok or whatever who kind of plays a game like this out on the streets in like England or whatever. But his whole shtick is like he stands on a ladder and tries to get people with interesting jobs to come up and stand on the ladder next to him on the opposite side. And they just have this short, like 2-minute conversation where he tries to ask engaging questions and figure out what their job is. And I don't know. It's kind of cool. I mean, you guys might want to check it out. I'm not really going to shout him out or anything, but he's got a funny jingle. And it kind of gets stuck in your head. It's kind of cute. And the shtick's pretty easy. And some of the people have cool jobs. So anyway, I guess, how did we figure out we were going to do this? You've got a really cool thing, right?
I got a thing, then you're going to have to figure out what it is.
I'm going to ask you 20 questions to try to figure out what it is.
Yep. Are you going to keep track of how many you asked?
Yeah, I'm going to keep track.
Okay.
Okay, and I guess I'm ready. Are you ready?
Go for it. Hit me.
You definitely know what it is. You're not going to change your mind halfway through.
Nope. I know exactly what it is. Nope.
All right. Is it okay? Is it a thing?
It is a thing.
Okay, it's a thing. Is it bigger than a bread box?
It probably can be. The thing could probably fit in a bread box.
Well, then would it be bigger than one?
Not all the time.
Not all the time.
No. I'll go with no. Because a loaf of bread's pretty big, and the box of Finland's decently big.
And that's the question. That's the age-old question that I meant to be the first question, but I wouldn't have pinned down that it was a thing and not a person or a place.
Right.
So, okay, so it's smaller than a bread box, but you sort of indicated somehow that its size might change somehow. So I don't understand that. Let me see. Is it technical? Is it some sort of machinery or apparatus or device?
It certainly is an apparatus. It's not very technical.
This will be question number 4. Does it consume electricity?
No. It does not.
Does it have anything to do with your kitchen or food?
No.
Is this device or apparatus thing that you're describing that's smaller and so much, is it used to manufacture anything? Like, does anything pop out of it, or does it create anything, or?
I'm trying to think how to answer that. Because, technically when you use it, it does create something.
That's fine.
Okay.
It creates something. So, my follow-up question, my next question 7 would be, does it, this thing that is created, is it wholly new, a new thing, like a photocopy, you might say? Or is it just some sort of manipulated version of something you had to put into the device? Does it just like manipulate something like a pasta maker might mold dough?
No.
No? So whatever it creates is not, it doesn't have to be fed?
No.
Okay. Well, it doesn't have to be fed anything. It doesn't consume electricity. It creates something. It's some kind of device. I guess for question 8, I would say, would you just call this more of a tool, like, of some sort that
Yes.
you use it to, like, I'm thinking maybe like a sewing machine to like make stitching or make stitches or something like that, but that seems like it couldn't be right because you'd still have to feed it just the thread and all that, and it's sort of just manipulating the string like a pasta maker. So it's a tool. That was question 8. Gosh, would you say that you use it for a very specific thing, or is it a tool, something that could be used to be done to use, to do multiple things? Could you do multiple things with this, or is it like
No, it's pretty specific.
it's specific to something? Is it more commercial or like something you'd find in any old home, or is it more industrial? Like is what I mean when I say commercial. Like
Yeah, commercial.
it's more commercial and not like something you just have sitting somewhere in your house.
Oh, well, I would say most people don't have these in their house. Most people probably don't even have one of these.
Okay. Would you say that it's also like highly expensive, this thing, probably?
No.
Oh, inexpensive. How could I easily obtain one if I wanted to?
Yes.
Is it something I could just get at like Walmart or Amazon or eBay very easily?
Yeah, you can go buy it in a store.
Okay. But most people don't have one.
Mm-hmm.
Most people don't have these in their houses, you said.
Yeah.
Would you say they have it in the garage, though? I mean, is that just technical? Is it...
No, I would say most people don't own one.
Okay. Gosh, I've only got like 5 or 6 questions left.
I'm stumping them, folks.
Well, I've got 5 or 6 questions left to go. Let's see. It's not expensive. I could go buy it anywhere. Some tool, but most people don't have one. You use it to sort of... I don't know. Would it be used in any particular industry?
No. I'd go with no on that.
So just as a follow-up, not a separate question, but so it's like not automotive. It's not, like related to, I don't know, like go-karts, some hobby bullshit, RV crafting, or you know what I mean.
Well, yeah, I would say, you named a few things that would be related, so yeah, I would say yes, or at least adjacent.
Yeah, because what I am trying to pin down is like it wouldn't be specific to the automotive industry, would it? I mean, because you can get stuff that are automotive and do it at home, like change your own oil and blah blah blah. But then there's other equipment that like you would probably only get if you were, doing stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I mean, it is a specific use for the tool, and I wouldn't say it'd really be anything industry or industrially specific.
Right. So it has a specific use, but it's not for a specific industry.
Right.
It could be used across multiple disciplines, you might say.
Right.
Okay. Is it medical in any nature? Is it some sort of medical device?
No.
It could probably fit into a bread box. I'm just thinking about you saying that. I don't know. Could it be? I'll throw out a couple specific things. Okay, could it be a microscope?
A microscope?
Yeah, a
No.
microscope. It's not a microscope. Okay. I just don't know. Is it some kind of something like this? One of our boom mics or whatever that could technically collapse, and you could technically fold it down and put it into a. Well, this needs electricity, so that's not a good example. But could it be something like this though, that's collapsible? That you could technically fold down into a bread box. I mean, I'm trying to think of why you might have said that earlier. That it could.
It comes in different sizes.
There are different sizes of
Mm-hmm.
it. So it's not like it folds or collapses.
No.
Okay. I don't know. I think this is tough. Is it a chainsaw?
Nope. It is not a chainsaw.
I don't know. I'm having trouble with this. Is it a Mr. Coffee machine? Some version of it that doesn't need electricity?
Nope.
All right, my last question is going to be, is it the ghost of Ronald Reagan?
It is not.
Man, I thought that was it for real.
Oh, you ready for it?
Yep.
It's a ferro rod.
A what?
A ferro rod or a ferrite rod.
Farah?
Like ferro. Ferro. It's like a fire starter. Similar to flint and steel.
Oh, a ferro rod. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, what it creates
Fire.
is a sparks. Yeah,
Yeah.
the sparks.
I see. That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah, that was a very, sort of specific object that not a lot of people know about.
Yeah, that's good.
All right. Wow.
I just got stuck on thinking about how it could be different sizes or whatever. Because I was thinking it would like would have to bend or move or do so. I was thinking about maybe because I've got one of these in my face, but I'm thinking like, is it one of these or some sort of a light on a thing? But we said it wasn't electricity. I don't know. That was tough.
Yeah, they come in different lengths.
Yeah, I know. I've had one. I've owned some before. Some very small ones.
Yeah.
There are small ones of it.
Uh-huh. Yep. All right. Well, I guess that means it's my turn to start asking you some questions.
Yep, I've got a very specific something in mind.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess I'll start. Is it a thing?
No.
No. Okay. Well, it's only two other options left. Well, is it a place?
No.
Okay. Well, great. Have I heard of this person?
Yes.
Okay. Do I know this person? Like, have I met them?
No.
Okay. Have you met this person?
No.
Okay.
Not in the way you mean. Not like that, no.
Is this person alive today?
No.
No. Interesting. Would my mom know who this person is?
Yes.
Okay. Are you counting my questions for me?
Yes, I am.
Okay, good. Are there books about this person?
Yes. I mean, not... More of like, this person is in books. But if you also want to extrapolate it, like on the scholarly sense and all that, there's probably, yes, lots and lots of books about this person, yeah.
Okay. Is a child likely to know of this person?
One that was brought up well.
Am I supposed to ask all my questions?
Yeah, I think you should because
Oh
you're
my
probably off the mark by a little bit.
Okay. All right.
But you can ask it. That's a good. You might
hmm.
start with gender though and surprise yourself.
Oh. Um. Okay. Well, I suppose I will ask. Is this a female?
Yes.
Okay. Hmm. But would most? I don't know about most. Let me think. How should I ask? Are there people who would think this is a fictitious person?
Ideally not. If they did, it seems to me, to my mind, that it would be political and nonsensical.
Okay.
What was that question again, just so I can document it? It was different.
Are there people who would think this is a fictitious person?
Would people think this is a fake person? Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know why they would think that.
I don't either.
I'm going to go with no, but I mean, I suppose people could argue. People could argue anything.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Right. Is this woman of? Did she make history within the time of America?
No.
United States? No. Okay.
Nope. America was not even a twinkle in George Washington's eye.
I'm sure George Washington wasn't a twinkle in his people's eyes.
Not even. He hadn't even been thought of by God yet, I don't think. I'm just kidding, of course, but.
All right, what number am I at? Like 11th?
You're about to ask your 13th question.
13th, okay. Is she of the BC times? Well, I mean,
No.
She's after.
No.
Maybe I'm
You
just-
asked me.
Okay.
Let's be specific.
Sure.
Before we move on.
Sure.
You asked me, did she live BC?
Mm-hmm.
And I said no. That's
Okay.
the answer to that one. She's
Okay.
not BC.
Okay.
Now you can move on to do whatever you want. Whatever musing or asking about the common era.
I don't know what to ask. Okay. Is she a famous mother?
No.
No, okay, well that helps. Wow. No. Okay. Gosh. I don't know. I got 6 questions left.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh. Are there statues of this lady?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Okay, well, I got 5 left.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I can still use my 5 questions if I want to take a guess, right?
I suppose. I mean, yeah, go. But I think it would count. That would be a question. Is it so and so?
Right.
Would be a guess. So that would be 16.
Gosh. I don't know too many famous women of very, very old history time, except for like one.
Excuse me. Gosh, excuse me.
Was she like a princess of some sorts?
No.
No. Okay. Um. Okay. Mm, are there songs about her?
I don't know enough to tell you, but it's probably yes. I would imagine there's probably songs about her, yes. So we're going to give you a big probably on that.
Big probably. I got 3 left.
Yeah, 18, 19, and 20.
I guess I'll use a couple to take some guesses. Is it the Virgin Mary?
No, that's the one. Okay, that's going to count as 18, but I hope this will help clarify this point for you. No, it's not the Virgin Mary because she is a famous mother.
Right. That's why
It's not the Virgin Mary.
Okay.
It's not the Virgin Mary.
That didn't really help me at all. Oh gosh.
You didn't. Oh, that didn't help you at all.
No.
I'm trying to give you a big hint.
I mean,
with
other
that.
than
I've not been trying to guide you, but
shoot.
you have been so close. I mean, I knew you were smelling it back when you said you didn't want to guess anymore, and I'm like, well, you need to flip the gender, bro, because I knew you were talking the right time. You got the right idea, and I'm trying to tell you it's not the Virgin Mary.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But you also told me it's not a famous mother.
Well, I don't think she's famous for being a mother. She might have been one, but it would just be some sort of small historical point. It's not what she's known for. She's not a famous mother.
Oh gosh. Man, I only got 2 left.
Yep.
I only know one Mary.
There's another.
Apparently.
There is. Did you ever watch the Da Vinci Code?
Nope.
Oh, wow.
I'm not a movie person.
Well, the whole plot to that was that there's some secret history that Jesus actually had a wife while he was here on earth. And boy, oh boy, if they'd had a child, she certainly would be a famous mother. But there's no documentation that Jesus ever sired any children. We have no proof of that. It's just a bunko story, but I can see why the argument gets made.
I feel like the only other Mary I've heard of, and I feel like it very well could be the same as the Virgin Mary, is the Mary in Bethlehem.
That's the same as the Virgin Mary.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. Gosh.
See, sorry I went so specific because it becomes Bible trivia almost, and I didn't necessarily mean to do that, but
I'm guessing you're going to want her last name, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I feel like that's sort of ringing a bell.
yeah, it's not like Mary Queen of Scots or anything like that.
Right. I almost want to say it starts with an M.
It does.
Okay. What is it? Gosh.
She's a saint. That's why there's statues of her and stuff. She was basically a disciple of Jesus.
Oh.
She's mentioned more than any other woman in the Bible. More than the Virgin Mary.
Oh, what is it? Oh, goodness.
It's also why they rumor that he might have had a wife and they might have sired a child and all that, because it's literally said that she was his companion. And back in those days, yeah, you're right on it. Back in those days, companion sort of meant, especially when speaking of man and wife, it kind of implied, that they were together, that they did so much traveling together, that they were together, they were companions. So I get the argument, but you'd think that if Jesus had ever had a kid, we would know about it today.
Right.
And she certainly would be a famous mother.
I feel like it's right on the tip of my tongue. It's that's something. Shoot.
I think you want to just give it to you because you're close enough.
Man, man, Magnolias. That's what comes to my mind is Magnolia, which I know it's not. I think it's close-ish.
Magdalene.
Huh?
Mary
Magdalene. Yeah, that's it.
Magdalene.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
Mm-hmm. Mary
John.
Magdalene, the companion to Christ.
Wow. That was definitely a tough one.
Yeah, and I thought it was cool. I looked her up. I didn't know that she was a saint, but it totally makes sense. But she's mentioned 12 times in the Gospels, more than most of the apostles, and more than any other woman, other than Jesus' family. Oh, so maybe they did talk about Mary more, because, that gives the whole history of his family and the whole birth story and all of that. But I thought it was super cool. I mean, because when I was reading this, because I knew her name, I look her up just to be able to talk about it, here for a second,
right?
And not be talking out of my butt. And when I saw that she's like mentioned more than some of the apostles, I mean, and she was basically a disciple of Christ. She went around with them from town to town. She was with him at the time of the crucifixion.
Right.
She's there in the death story. She's the one who she collects his something after she's there when he's strung up, and I can't remember the details right this second, but yeah, it almost makes you wonder. I mean, I guess you just had to be a man to be an apostle, because why else wouldn't she be? Because she was right there with it all. But anyway, I guess for real fun, we're gonna plug the bonus segment.
Yeah, we do have a bonus segment, and if you want to hear it, you can become a paid subscriber through our podcast host, Red Circle. Just go over to Contemporary Conservative on Red Circle. If you're not already subscribed there, we have officially changed the name of our other channel, and if you haven't yet, please go subscribe there, because we'll be switching this show over to that channel in case you haven't caught that news, and we've already started to do so. And we'll get into our bonus segment right now. It's a speed round.
Yeah, this is going to be speed round. We've each got a thing, and we've each got 10 questions. We're going to try to get through it, not drag it out too much.
Oh, man. Well, that was pretty fun.
I thought it turned out to be pretty fun, too.
Yeah. And maybe we'll have to do it some other time with other people. Have get some extra rounds, or see if we can both be stumped.
Yeah.
That was fun. It's you don't learn anything if you don't ask questions, people.
That's true. That's true, but it's all about asking the right question.
Right. Yep, that's what you learn here today. As my mom always told me, it never hurts to ask.
That's right. Is it bigger than a bread box? Have you ever heard me use that phrase?
Oh,
Come on, think of all the years we've known each other. I've said that phrase.
I'm sure. I believe it. I mean, I certainly can't bring up a specific time, but
I don't think I can either. It's just something I usually, when people say gas, because I get so flippant sometimes. People are like, gas, and I'll be like, is it bigger than a bread box? Like, I'll just start asking dumb questions, like, are you going to help me at all? Help me pin this down.
Yeah. Yep. Well, folks, if you enjoyed this show, you can be... Let me try that again. Well, folks, if you enjoyed this show, please go follow us on your favorite podcast platform. Just search for Contemporary Conservative, and you can find us and subscribe on YouTube. You can just search for the same thing, and we'll come up. And if you would like to hear the speed round bonus segment, you can become a paid subscriber through our podcast host, Red Circle. We would greatly appreciate it.
That's right. We also hope you might share us with a friend or two, a relative, or a loved one, and encourage them to become paid subscribers so that they have access to the same bonus and exclusive content that you have access to. And as always, we thank you for listening.